Hello guys, it's me again. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, head on over to the subscribe button and hit the notification bar. You'll be getting a ton of content of this nature. Now, today we're going to talk about the effects of corruption in our country. And over the many years, the country has been struggling and battling corruption in our country. It has never come to the point of success. The main reason that I think this has not succeeded, or the country or the government has not succeeded in fighting corruption, is because the high office holders themselves are the corrupt. They're actually causing all this. Have you ever tried to access government services in any of a government building? Have you noticed the slowness of accessing the services of the government? For example, recently I tried to, access the NTSA. I tried to reach out to them on phone calls, and on many occasions, these people don't pick calls. They're just lazy vagabonds who are seated in offices and feeding their stomachs. They don't care about the provision of services. And the government has to look into consideration of this matter. For a country to develop, corruption has to be mitigated, if not eradicated. Our country is one of the third world countries that needs keen management of resources and procedural use of the public funds. Now, Kenya has got a leadership system, and through the leadership system, corruption can be ended, or can actually be reduced to a reasonable level. But since I have not seen the top leaders trying to fight corruption as much as possible, we the Kenyans ourselves are now rising and calling upon the government to look into this matter. Corruption is one of the derailing factors of progress. If indeed we are serious as a country, if indeed our leaders are serious with developing our country, they must ensure that they implement, or they actually come up with policies that will ensure punitive measures towards corrupt individuals. Look at the countries like China, Korea. Any member or any civil servant who is found of corruption deals, or is found guilty of corruption, is given a death sentence. And that is why these countries have been able to reduce the levels of corruption, and hence a result of great development in the country. So Kenya is not an exclusion for this matter. Kenya is one of those countries that actually needs to kill the demon of corruption. Sometimes back, and I want to give credit to the government for this. Sometimes back, we used to acquire national IDs with a period of even more than 6 months. But now, we have to give credit where it is due. The government has tried as much as possible to reduce the time limits of acquiring a national ID. During those days, you could actually uh, be asked to bribe the officials so that you could acquire your ID as fast as possible. And that the one thing the government did was to, create or come up with the policies that saw the reduction of the timeline. And now Kenya is a potential country if indeed this matter is taken seriously.